Hey folks, someone new to my channel, I think they're new to my channel, asked for my testimony, which I did that once before on here. It was about 6 or 7 months ago, I guess. It's probably way down the list and people don't like scrolling, so I'm gonna do another one, but I'm not gonna go too much into details because that was like a 30-minute video, and I don't want y'all to I don't want to bore y'all to death. So, with me starting out with my testimony, I can't without saying what happened to me in 2002. And back then I was real big onto pain pills and things. I don't know why. I was young. I was 17 going on 18. Didn't need none of that. But I took one too many one night. I just decided I just didn't want to live anymore. I don't know what came over me. Of course it was the enemy, but I gave in and I did it. And I succeeded in the sense that my heart did stop. But don't ever let nobody tell you that hell is not real, because the place that I woke up in was something I don't wish on anybody. I'll tell you what I saw. I woke up in this dark room and it had lava flow on each side of this path. I could see outlines of things. You know, lava creates a low light. So I was able to see outlines, and I was being drawn to this. It was like a giant chair, and I just saw the outlines of it, and I got probably 10 feet from the chair, and it spun around. And when I say giant chair, this thing was probably as tall as a 2-story house. And then this giant finger pointed directly in my face and said, "You see your future home." And it was like a vacuum cleaner, you know, when you suck something up, how, you know, you take that breath. That's how it was. And before that happened, I had a fear come over me that I can't begin to explain to anybody. That woke me up a little bit. A lot of people would have woke up a lot, but I was stubborn, very, very stubborn. I continued on my path. I no longer took pain medicine after that. I still smoked marijuana and things. Again, I was 17 going on 18. I was just a young kid. And after that, I no longer wanted to die. I'll tell you that right now. Well, fast forward 2012. I gave my life to Christ for the first time. I don't like talking about all this stuff, to be honest with y'all, but I do it to maybe help somebody. So, January, I can't remember the exact date, that the church I joined and got baptized in, I got really close to my pastor, where we were talking on the phone, and if I had questions about the Bible and things, I'd call him and talk to him. We became friends, even though he was probably my parents' age, but he was my buddy, you know, somebody I could talk to. I didn't have that. You know, I talked to my wife. It's not the same, and I try to explain that to her. And I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, but a man talking to a woman is not the same as a man talking to a man about man things. You know, men problems. Sometimes we just don't feel comfortable talking to women, and it's no offense. But I have to explain that to my wife too. And I know it hurts her feelings. I just don't mean nothing by it. But talking to him so much, and I got so close to him, and he had a stroke and went in the hospital. It was exactly a week after he went in the hospital, he passed away. And everybody at that church just, looked down on me. And he was the only reason why I went there, because he had a great message. And he spoke how it was, and biblical truth. He didn't sugarcoat anything. He made sure that he preached on hell and everything. Not a lot of preachers do that today, and it's really sad to see, because people need to know. That's why I try to tell as many people as I can that, if they feel depressed and things, and I know that they don't know Christ, I tell them my testimony. Hopefully they'll listen, but a lot of people don't listen these days. They just, oh, you're crazy, Exactly 1 week after I went to my pastor's funeral, that's when I found my baby boy dead in his bassinet. And those 5 years that I told y'all the other day that I blamed myself for not going to get him when my wife asked me to, I was suffering bad with PTSD. I couldn't even be around somebody else's baby because I was just, I was staring, watching them like a hawk. I wouldn't leave. I wouldn't leave them. I was, it always, I catch myself doing that sometimes still when someone brings a baby around, like my sister-in-law just had a baby. And if the baby's asleep, I'll sit there and watch to make sure they're still breathing, because I still freak out and I can't help it. I don't know what it is. So I dealt with that. And then 2018, I had my first rib removed, thoracic outlet syndrome. A lot of you don't know what that is. You have to look it up because it's really hard to explain to people exactly what it is. Just know that your first rib and your collarbone is like this, and then there's some nerves and some your subclavian artery that goes in between them. And my first rib and my collarbone was crushing both of them, so it was creating a lot of damage in my right arm, which now it's already damaged for life because the doctor really messed me up after that surgery. But that morning of surgery, I don't know, I just had a common peace about it, I guess. I felt like everything was going to be okay. I had the surgery and everything went fine. It was the next morning that about 5 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and there was a nurse rattling and making a whole lot of noise like they do in the hospital. You can't sleep in the hospital. But anyways, I asked her what she was doing, and she said, I'm getting your pain medicine ready. And I says, okay. And then all of a sudden, I started feeling really dizzy. And I remember telling her that I was feeling dizzy. And she looked at me, and she looked at me really puzzled. And I said, something's not right. Lights out, just like that. And when I came to, it was weird. Like I saw visual first, and then I heard sound. But the lady was on top of, there was a nurse on top of me pumping my chest, screaming in my face. And there was like 15 other nurses in there too. And I said, what are you doing? I was just asleep. She said, sir, no one sleeps with their eyes open. And it dawned on me, because I did feel the strongest peace I've ever felt in my life when that happened. I mean, it was like I was standing in the presence of Christ. Like, I can't explain it to anybody, that peace that I felt. I do my best to try, and I can't. But to be honest with y'all, 2 years after that, even in 2020, I questioned why. Why didn't I stay in that peace? I wanted to stay in it. Why did I have to come back to more torment? And I finally let go. I finally let go of that. And I found my purpose. It may take people a lifetime to find it because they're not looking for it. They question, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? Without knowing. Our purpose is spreading the gospel. Our purpose is reaching out, bringing people to Christ. In 2019, y'all have been close to my dad as long as I can remember. You know, when I was a little old kid, my dad worked nights, so I didn't get to see him much because I had to go to school and then come home, and he would come home before I woke up. That was for about 3 or 4 years, I guess. So I got close to my mom then. Did all kind of things with my mom, but my dad was the one that showed me everything. He showed me how to hunt, how to fish, how to do everything. Taught me life lessons. I couldn't ask for a better dad. And I'll never forget, on March 1st, 2019, me, him, my mom, and my other brother went with him to his doctor's appointment, his cancer doctor appointment. And it wasn't good news. But I had faith up until the end that everything was going to be okay. I believed that everything was going to be okay, that he was going to survive this. I've seen him go through it 7 or 8 other times in the past. And prayer always worked. He always came through. A miracle is what they said. You should have died from this, and you don't have it anymore. This time was different. In 2015, he had got put on dialysis. Really wasn't taking care of himself with diabetes because he got hurt at work and lost everything, and he could no longer afford insurance to get his diabetic stuff, so he just tried to eat healthy and things. Well, it didn't work out because he had kidney failure. Seeing he had kidney failure, he could not do chemo, so they put him on an experimental, I forgot the name of it. It was like chemo, but it wasn't. But we all still believe that all that did was aggravate the cancer, because it went from September 2018, him having a full body scan and having cancer both shoulders and on a kidney, and that was it, to all through his body, and I mean literally everywhere. I saw that picture the doctor pulled up, and I remember my brother saying, how long does he have? And I told him, I said, no. I said, don't even ask that. And I told Dad, I said, don't even tell my dad that. You know, only God knows how long we have, so just leave it alone. I begged my dad to fight because I needed him. I wish he was alive right now, because there's a lot of things that I still would like to ask him, but I can't. And March 8th rolled around. Y'all struggle with that built on top of the PTSD I already suffered with my son. That morning on March 8th, I had to continuously wipe foam off of my dad's face because he was foaming out of his mouth and his nose. And I'll never forget just the things he was doing. You know, I'll never forget it. It's like you know, have you ever heard a song play over and over and over? You just got annoyed by it? Well, this wasn't really the annoyed part. It was just stuck. And I can't get it out of my head. I try, but I know the devil attacks. My dad said that when he died, that he didn't want me and my brother to see it. I just walked outside. My brother was out on the patio, and I just walked outside, and after seeing my dad, what he was doing and things, I told my brother, I said, I don't think he's gonna make it through the night. 2 seconds after that, my mom opened the door and said he was gone. So the Lord gave him his wish that me and my brother wouldn't be in there when he died. You know it. Things break us in life, y'all. And again, this isn't my full testimony. I'd be here all day. This is just the most painful things, minus my pastor. He was just a good friend that passed away and just added on to, with my son and all that. But again, things break us in this life. Y'all see a humble man. When I look in the mirror, I see a broken man. I see a man who desperately needs Jesus Christ. Because without him, I would fall in a million pieces. A million pieces. Drugs, you say? I guess my drug is Jesus Christ. Because I can't go without him. I can't. Life is short as it is. We may be tormented right now, but as I said in my video earlier, when that trumpet sounds, it won't matter anymore. We're not going to think about what happened here, what we've been through here. We're going to be focusing on Christ, y'all. Think about it. I'm telling y'all right now, that peace that I felt when my heart stopped after that first surgery. Again, I can't explain it to y'all. All I know is I wanted to stay in it. When I woke back up, I wanted to go back. I wanted to be back in it. I didn't care about this stuff here. It's going to be the same thing when that trumpet sounds and you're standing in the clouds. You're not going to think about nothing here. Nothing. I pray y'all listen to me about that, because I know a lot of people are stuck on a lot of things, as I was before. But the things of this life, the torments here that we suffer, just know what we're going through is going to be the only torment we ever experience. Ever. No tribulation for us, true believers. That's something to be very thankful for, because we're already going through our tribulation now. Hope this helps somebody out there. That's all I can ever hope and pray for, because it don't help me. I assure you it don't. Reliving this stuff does not help me. But I love all of you, and God bless.